Hey everybody, it's the AvFigures here, and I'm back with another AvFigures highlight review, and this time it's the 2005 Battlefront 2 Jet Trooper from the 501st, and I gotta say it's a really nice figure, holds a lot of nostalgia for a lot of us who played the video game back in the day, so definitely a lot to talk about this figure, definitely unique and awesome figure to have in your collection if you're a fan from the Star Wars games back in the day especially. So with all that said, let's get right into the review and close-ups of this figure. So here's the figure. If you guys want to know how I did the special effect flying thing, I used these pieces, some 1x1 cylinders with a hole in the center, and this little special piece that was used on all the DC CMFs. So with all that said, the figure is, I gotta say, it's a really nice figure. It's definitely a figure that I wanted to do ever since AV released it back in by the time of Brick Fair, which was also a year ago. Man, I wish I had gone to Brick Fair. There was no Brick Fair this year because of COVID, but I hope next year there will be a Brick Fair, and if there is, I will see you guys there if you go. So with all that said, back in the day, Andrew made this figure, and I always wanted to make this figure. However, I never had the time, or I never actually made it until recently someone commissioned me to do it on Instagram, and so I did. And I gotta say, I want to make my own because this one's going off to a great person over on Instagram, and I gotta make my one for myself. So with all that said, really nice figure. Definitely a lot of care went into this figure, especially the details. The rifle here is actually the BrickArms heavy rifle that I'm not entirely sure or remember the name of it. I'm not that great with the gun names, but here is how the gun looks. There's two variants of this one, and this one is the one with the fatter I guess cannon, so to say, because this rifle is actually kind of modular. I'm gonna move the figure. You can kind of take it apart at halfway and put those back together. The scope is also removable, and I don't remember the game one having a scope or a double scope, but it kind of looks awkward without it, so I left it on. So definitely an accessory that goes with this figure really well. Let's bring in the figure again. I really love the green visor. It really pops, if that makes any sense. Something else that caught my eye was the gray, really dark gray. These are not black, these are really dark gray or pavement colored indents to the helmet, and those really just give it a little bit more depth to this figure. Really unique. This jetpack is also from CSC. It is printed and definitely works super well for this figure. I did look at some pictures, and there isn't a jetpack that is 100% accurate, but this one is definitely your best bet if you're making this figure. The third super cool thing about this figure is that it has this cloth piece that wraps. It starts on the neck, and then it wraps under the hips, and then it wraps over onto the neck again. So something that I really like is that the cloth it serves as a, I guess, a cushion between the jetpack and the decal, so you don't mess up the decal once you put the jetpack on. Just make sure the straps are on top of the jetpack, kind of like how I did there. They kind of fit just barely, but they work. And yeah, the rest of the figure, honestly, is really just another 501st. The torso, the legs, the arms, we've seen it all, but the helmet really just is different. It's really unique, and the jetpack also paired with the heavy cannon. That's a jetpack, boys, and really happy with the figure. So if you ever wanted to have this figure, AvFigures has you covered. So with all that said, let's go ahead and wrap this up, because this has been a really nice figure. and I need to make one for myself now. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. And that pretty much wraps it up for this figure. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope this inspires you to make your own Battlefront 2 2005 Jet Trooper. If you have any questions, please let me know. There will be links in the description to buy all the necessary items to make this figure. And with all that said, I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe. Give me any criticism in the comments, and I'll do my best to respond as quick as I can. And I'll see you guys later. May the force be with you. See you guys.